Is it possible to get every non-Moonstone reward in the new festive star path in under 12 hours? I'm going to take the challenge and find out, and it'll take a whopping total of 810 festive tokens to do it, so I better get started right now. First things first, to get everything, I'll need to unlock the premium path. I'm going to go for the more expensive one, and I recommend that you do the same if you're playing along at home, because during the last two star paths, Pixar Fest and Villains, I ended up coming out ahead due to the repeatable Moonstone purchase on page 7. Okay, let's hurry up and start a duty. So the first task I'm going to do is one I always enjoy doing anyway, petting critter companions. I'm going to select my favorite sea turtle, and yes, I can pet just him 5 times instead of petting 5 different critters. Easy. And just so you know, as I work through this 12-hour challenge, I'll be giving out some info and tips for each Star Path duty I attempt, so you can use this challenge video as a sort of walkthrough. With that in mind, the next one to get started on will be hanging out with Moana for an hour. It's best to get this one started as soon as possible, since it'll tick down while I'm working on other Star Path duties. And then I'll go ahead and have one of 2 daily discussions with Mickey. That'll set me up nicely for later, which I might need if I want to finish this before time runs out. Now let's cook 10 meals with basil. And only basil. Hey, it counts and it saves time. If you're like me, you have a massive amount of night thorns in your valley, so I'm gonna go ahead and clear 30 of the ones closest to me for my next duty. I didn't have to hunt very hard for these since they're everywhere, so it only took a couple minutes. By the way, as you're doing certain tasks like clearing night thorns, don't collect your Dreamlight duties right away as they get completed. You'll see why in a little while. Next, this one I love doing. Collect 20,000 star coins. Sounds like a pretty big task, but it's actually not, and the fastest way I know to collect 20,000 star coins from scratch is by making and selling 17 soufflés. You can buy all of the ingredients at Chez Remy, so just get 17 cheeses, 17 milks, 17 eggs, and 17 butters. All of that will cost right under 14,000 star coins if you get it all in one go, but don't worry, you're gonna get all of that back and more when you sell. If Mickey and Ariel aren't conspiring to prevent you from selling, that is. Come on guys, I'm on a timer here. There we go. Next, I'm going to take on this sell 40 onions task. I don't have 40 onions on hand right now, so I'm going to buy onion seeds in the Forest of Valor and also plant them there in their native area so they grow just a little bit faster than their ordinary rate of 1 hour and 15 minutes. Since we just made some cash from selling soufflés, the 2,000 star coin price tag for these seeds should be easily within reach. So just dig, plant, and water. And wait, just so you know, you'll have to water your onions 2 additional times before they'll fully grow, but there is a chance the rain will take care of it for you. In the meantime, let's work on some other things. Like this complete 10 Dreamlight duties. Remember a little while ago when I said not to collect these right away? I never collected my remove 4 Night Thorns Dreamlight duties, so when I collect that now, it means I really only have to do 9 Dreamlight duties instead of the full 10. In any case, I recommend you do as I'm going to do for this task and just choose whichever of the available ones looks really easy and doesn't require you to move very far. In fact, I'm going to try to do all of mine right here in the Forest of Valor just to save time. Take a picture, change outfit, sell 5 fruits, feed a critter, sell 2 fish, gain 500 star coins, harvest 3 spices, plant 5 vegetables, and mine 4 rock spots. All done. Next, since I've already got my pickaxe out, I'm going to go mine 20 rocks. There are 6 rocks throughout the plaza, and by the time I'm finished mining all 6, I'm noticing that they won't be ready to be mined again. So, in between rounds, I'm just going to get started on this fishing task. Specifically, it says to catch 20 fish in the meadow. So I'm fishing up a few at a time, but then going back to mine all 6 spots in the plaza, then resuming fishing, back and forth, until both tasks will be done. Looks like the fishing task is done first, and the mining was just a second longer. Great. Next, this take a picture of an ice cavern task sounds easy. I don't know how many ice caverns are in your village, but in mine, I only have 1 as far as I know, and it's in the Forest of Valor. So I'm gonna run over there and snap a selfie real quick. Easy. With that done, I'm gonna get started serving 3 customers in Chez Remy. You should serve anyone who's in here, and if you're lucky, it'll be 3 people. For me, it's just Donald and Mickey right now. But I can come back later when someone else is hungry. Luckily, this is a fun and easy task, so I'll just check what they're ordering, gather the ingredients if I don't have them, and serve up the results. Now, harvesting something sweet sounds fun. I wonder if fruit counts. Let's try it. No, berries do not count. nor bananas. I'm guessing we'll probably need to plant 40 sugarcane. In that case, I'm gonna buy 40 sugarcane seeds on Dazzle Beach and plant them right here in the sand. Sugarcane only takes about 7 minutes, and you only have to water it one time. While I wait those 7 minutes out, I'm gonna start on this task to catch 5 kingfish. The kingfish is only on Dazzle Beach, and as far as I know, it's a pretty rare catch, so I'm gonna focus on the blue and orange colored bubbles. Okay, so it's been a little while, and I'm still at 0 kingfish, but my sugarcane is ready, and I'm going to harvest it and finish that duty. And I'm just 1 minute away from being done hanging out with Moana for an hour. So I'm just gonna take a quick stretch break while I wait for that to count down. So I've been waiting a little longer than a minute, and I'm starting to wonder what sort of things count as hanging out because my progress has not moved. I'm guessing Moana and I need to be actively engaged in a quest or some type of task. I'm going to try fishing some more and see if that helps. Yep, there it is. My newest task is to harvest 60 canola, and I think it'd be a good idea to put kingfish aside for now and work on this first. Canola takes 35 minutes to grow, and you can buy it in the Forest of Valor. The only downside is that canola has to be watered 4 total times. But it's rainy today in my valley, so that might just take care of itself before I make it back to check on its progress. Good enough. While I'm waiting on those plants, I'm going to head over to Chez Remy and start making fruitcake. Yes, we need to cook 10 whole fruitcakes, and the recipe is 1 wheat and any 3 fruit. So easy. I'm going to use 3 blueberries in mine since I have a ton of those, but apples, bananas, or whatever other combination of fruit you like will work. It doesn't really matter which fruit you use because inevitably fruitcake is just not going to taste very good. Anyhow, after you've made your first ever fruitcake, you can go into the dessert tab, select fruitcake, and now use the autofill to make this process go lightning fast. Ka-chow. Okay, so that brings us to collect 20 red flowers. How festive. You can definitely roam around collecting all the red flowers you see in your valley, but if you're speed running this thing like me, you'll want to just grab any red flower you have in your storage and drop it, then pick it up, and do that 20 times. If you want to save even more time, just drop 20 of them all at once, then pick them all. I can't believe this actually works, but it does. That's the easiest one yet. Craft a Yule goat? No idea what that is, but let's go to a crafting station because it sounds amazing. Oh, it's so adorable. So in order to fulfill this duty, I'm actually going to need to make 3 of these, meaning I need 6 fabrics and 150 wheats. You can often find fabric at Kristoff's stall, or alternatively, you can craft it yourself out of cotton, which you can buy and plant in the Sunlit Plateau. I already have a ton of fabric, so let's plant 75 wheats in the Peaceful Meadow because I need 150 total of them, and each seed gives 2 wheats. Luckily, this crop only takes 1 minute to grow, so this process won't be nearly as bad as you might think. And now that I've already finished hanging out with Moana, I might as well grab a gardening buddy so I can start maximizing my harvests. Okay, so Elsa and I got 261 wheats, and we're ready to make our Yule goats. Nice! With that out of the way, it's about time to check on my onions and canola in the forest. Luckily, the rain has been watering them, which is so great. Let's grab these onions, and once again, I recommend having a gardening buddy with you to maximize your harvest. Selling 40 of these will complete this task and contribute 6.8k to this next task. Collect 20,000 star coins again. If you didn't time your onion sale like I did, just buy 17 cheeses, milks, eggs, and butters again to make 17 soufflés. If you did just sell onions, you'll only need to buy 11 of each ingredient and sell 11 soufflés. So easy. While I was buying ingredients, I noticed there were new customers in Chez Remy, so now I can work on serving that final customer for my serving task. Kristoff is craving vegetarian pizza, and I admit, that does sound good. But not as good as the sound of task completion. Coincidentally, start daily discussions with Kristoff is the next task to pop up, so I'm just gonna get started on that while I'm here. Whoa, a little personal there, but hey, whatever completes the task. Food service and discussions aside, I've been doing a lot of planting and harvesting, so while I'm still in that mindset, I'm gonna go head to the Glade of Trust, where I can buy and plant okra for the next duty. Okra takes 2 hours to grow, and each seed yields 3 okra. So in order to satisfy this task, I'll need to buy 17 okra seeds and get them planted. I guess there's no choice but to just come back in about 2 hours. For now, let's check out this raspberry boba task. We need to give some to 5 villagers. That sounds like a pretty festive thing to do. The ingredients are simple: milk, sugarcane, and raspberry. Don't forget to use the autofill to save even more time. Now, because the residents in my valley accept unlimited gifts, I could just give 5 of these comically large drinks to one person, but it feels more in the holiday spirit to kind of spread them around. I'll start by giving 3 of these to Moana, Kristoff, and Elsa since they're right here. The last 2 go to Maui and Woody, who I'm pretty sure is smaller than the boba tea, but it's the thought that counts. Sweet, sweet festivity points. Well, it's time to get started hanging out with Merlin for an entire hour. And we might as well go check my canola crops. Nice, they're ready. Even though Merlin isn't a gardening buddy, I'm gonna let him help me with this harvest because I need those hangout minutes with him. Done. Mining 20 minerals doesn't sound too bad now, especially since they don't have to be any particular mineral like the shiny aquamarine that was required during October's Villain Star Path. So let's do it. My strategy here would be to just mine the rocks closest to you wherever you happen to be when the task pops up. Each zone has 6 mining spots, so just mine them all, then run or teleport to another area and repeat the process over and over until you have 20. And yes, minerals and gems are exactly the same thing. Yeah, that was pretty quick. Next, I'll make 10 coconut boba teas and sell them. The recipe is very similar to the raspberry tea we made earlier. This time it's just 1 milk, 1 sugarcane, and 1 coconut per tea. Now just sell it at Goofy's stall and grab the points. Give Donald his favorite gift 6 times. Well, I'm sure we can do at least 3 of those. I'll look in my collection tab to see what 3 things he might like today since it's faster than asking him in person. Just click on characters, find Donald, and check out the lower right corner. For me, it's going to be oyster, which I can pick up from the ground on Dazzle Beach, chocolate chip cookies, which can be cooked, and anglerfish, which you can find in the Forgotten Lands by fishing. Or just grab it from Moana's boat. Let's find Donald and start spoiling him. I guess I burned the cookies. Oh well. As much as I'm dreading it, maybe it's time to take another stab at these 5 kingfish back on Dazzle Beach. Now, something I might try, since this seems to be a tricky rare fish, is to use the new Miracle Fishing Bait. What it does is the next 5 times you fish, you're more likely to catch a rare fish, which would be great. I happen to have 1 Miracle Fishing Bait since Merlin gave me a free sample earlier, so hopefully I can make the most of it. It also makes your fishing pole glow, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so this only really helped me catch swordfish and shrimp. I'm still empty-handed when it comes to kingfish. After a lot more fishing, I'm going to have to wait a while to see some more of these fish circles respawn, so now's a good time as any to check on my overall festive star path progress. As you may know, I need 810 total festive tokens to get all the non-moonstone prizes, and so far I have 475. That means there's only 335 to go and about 8 hours and 50 minutes left of my 12-hour challenge window. I think I heard somewhere that likes on YouTube equal good luck, so please leave a like on the video now if you want to see me win this challenge. Okay, back to fishing. So yeah, I keep running into this problem where I'm having to wait around a lot for more fishing opportunities, and I still don't have any kingfish, and it's been pretty much forever. And worst of all, there aren't exactly a ton of other tasks I could be working on right now. So I'm going to have Merlin plant and water and harvest some crops with me just to help run up his 60 minutes of hangout time. My thinking here is that if I can get this Merlin task off my plate, another non-fishing task could pop up and keep this challenge moving. If you're going to go this gardening route like me, you should know that wheat only costs 1 star coin and it grows in 1 minute. So it's the obvious choice to maximize continuous activity and thus run out the clock on Merlin. With just 8 hours and 24 minutes left on the clock, I'm finally finished with my hour with Merlin. Hopefully I can get a new activity where we can execute on it right now so I can take a break from these fruitless kingfish. Harvest vanilla, nice! Merlin just so happens to be a foraging buddy, so I might as well take him to the Sunlit Plateau with me to harvest the vanilla. Having him there won't make the task go any faster, by the way, but his bonus vanillas kind of are nice to have. And after a very thorough search, I'm up to 10 of the 15 vanillas I need, but now I have to wait for some more to respawn. And so reluctantly, I'm going to go fishing for kingfish again. This time, I'm going to take a fishing buddy because I don't necessarily need Merlin around now. Some time has passed, I'm down to 6 hours and 50 minutes left in the challenge, and I still have 0 kingfish. At this point, I'm feeling a huge pit in my stomach, like this is going to be the task that ends it all for me. But hey, at least my okra are ready. I'm going to grab a gardening buddy and get all 50 harvested. Boom! Now I'm feeling ready for anything. Craft 4 holiday feast chairs? Well, that sounds way nicer than fishing. So let's see what that entails. You can buy small amounts of both of these at Kristoff's stall, or you can collect hardwood off the ground in the Forest of Valor, Forgotten Lands, Frosted Heights, Glade of Trust, and Sunlit Plateau. As for fabric, you can craft it from cotton you buy or grow in the Sunlit Plateau. Once you have all that, crafting 4 holiday feast chairs is simple. Done. Please, Festive Star Path, give me something fast next because the clock is ticking. Oh my god, collect 20,000 star coins. Perfect. You know the drill by now. I'm once again going to make and sell 17 soufflés. Yes! Now I'm going to go back to the Sunlit Plateau to see if I can get these last 5 vanillas. Well, only one so far, so I'm going to have to keep waiting for respawns. And just a quick update, I'm currently at 565 out of 810 festive tokens, which means I only have 245 to go. So I just took a quick 37-minute IRL dinner break, which was awesome, but the clock was still ticking that whole time, so we need to get moving. The good news? There is some more vanilla in the plateau now. The bad news? Even after that big break, I'm still coming up 1 short. But now is a really good time to do 10 Dreamlight duties again, and I've been taking my own advice and being very careful not to collect on these until this moment. So I'm already 3 ahead. So I'm gonna do 7 more as fast as possible. Sell 2 meals, harvest 5 vegetables, sell 1 minerals. Yes, 1 minerals. Prepare a 1-star meal or better, and prepare a 5-star meal and cook with seafood, done all in one recipe. And finally, sell 3 vegetables. All done. This next task is to cook 10 5-star meals. Personally, I think the easiest 5-star meal to cook is the large seafood platter because all you need is 1 lemon and 4 of any seafood. If you've been working on the kingfish like I have, you've probably already accumulated shrimp or maybe grabbed some shells on the beach, which are still seafood. And if you need, you can grab lemons from the trees in Glade of Trust or the Forest of Valor. I happen to have all the ingredients I need already, so I'm just gonna cook all 10 real quick and then store them away since my inventory is overflowing. Now I'm gonna check around for that last piece of vanilla I need. And it's here! Done! Okay, so let's go ahead and give Anna 3 of her 4 needed favorite gifts, and then we'll go mine in the Glade of Trust because I would rather do literally anything but fish for kingfish. Oh my god, Anna wants sweet and sour kingfish steak? This fish is absolutely haunting me. But maybe frying one up into a steak will help me feel better? She also wants pumpkin soup and a shiny diamond. There's some randomness to gifts, of course, so you may not have the same ones I have, but if you do, this is how you can get them. Sweet and sour kingfish steak is made with sugarcane, kingfish, and lemon. We've already discussed that sugarcane and kingfish both come from Dazzle Beach, allegedly. Personally, I just got the kingfish from Moana's boat because I'm not convinced. And lemons, as you'll remember, should be in the Glade of Trust or Forest of Valor. As for the pumpkin soup, it's 1 of any vegetable, 1 milk, which you can buy at Remy's, 1 ginger, which you can harvest in the Forgotten Lands, and 1 pumpkin, which you can grow or buy outright at Goofy's stall, also in the Forgotten Lands. And as for the shiny diamond, that's mined in the Forgotten Lands, but luckily I already have one on hand. Let's give these to Anna and enjoy her gliding away with them. Now, off to the Glade of Trust to do this mine 15 rocks task. I'm going to bring a mining buddy because there's iron ore in the glade, and iron ore is a very important resource in Dreamlight Valley. So I might as well maximize my yield while I'm there mining anyway. Since there's only 6 mining spots in the glade, I might as well dip down to Dazzle Beach and try to work on the kingfish again. I feel so defeated by this fish. But the best thing to do is get back on the horse, they say. The seahorse. Oh my god, could this be my lucky break? It is orange, and it's another swordfish. Well, onward and upward. Oh my god, I got one. And it came from Blue Bubbles, just for reference. Oh, I'm so happy! And just a few minutes later, number 2. I think Scrooge is my good luck charm. So let's do another round of mining, then go right back to the beach and see if my luck keeps up. What? Why is this so easy now? 3 kingfish? 4. 4 kingfish! Oh my god! We need just 1 more for this task. Oh my god. But first we have to finish mining in the glade, then come back for that last one. Okay, so that's all the mining. But this next task is scaring me. Scrooge has proven to be my kingfish good luck charm, but he's not a fisherman, and the duty says to hang out with a fisherman for an hour. This is so agonizing because now I've become super superstitious about these fish. But for the sake of trying to multitask and complete this challenge in time, let's grab a fisherman. Okay, so Mother Gothel and I have finished the entire beach and no kingfish. I knew this wouldn't work without Scrooge McDuck. Wait, here's another blue spot. Could it be? It could! Yes! It wasn't Scrooge at all. It was my ritual sacrifice of a kingfish to Anna earlier tonight. Best feeling ever! Now, let's go celebrate by serving 3 more customers at Chez Remy, or at least as many as I can. Lobster roll, peanut butter waffles, and mint candy. It's so cool when there's 3 customers in Chez Remy when this task comes up. Fish in a barrel. Kingfish. Speaking of fish, let's catch 20 more of them. I'm already hanging out with a fisherman, so this is perfect, and honestly, I am really relieved that it can be any species of fish in the entire valley this time. I think the fastest way to handle this is to just take out my fishing rod right here where I happen to be standing in the peaceful meadow, fish all the spots, then move on to the next biome and do the same, and just keep doing that until I get that ping that I have 20 fishies. Take a selfie with Merlin. Sounds fun and easy. Let's see if we can get him to smile. He's so disappointed to be treated this way while he's out to dinner, and I kind of don't blame him. But what can I do? Sorry, Merlin, the challenge stops for no one. Next, I'm going to craft holiday feast plates and cutlery. Now, to make all of these, we'll need 20 clay, which you can get from digging in the ground in Sunlit Plateau, Glade of Trust, or Forgotten Lands. I've already mentioned earlier that you can make fabric out of cotton, and gold ingots are made by crafting together coal and gold nuggets, which you can mine in Sunlit Plateau, Frozen Heights, or Forgotten Lands. I can't wait to set these plates out later, they seem so pretty. Yeah, collect star coins! Nice, 17 soufflés all day. And that brings us up to 750 festive tokens. I'm only 60 tokens away from victory? And I still have 5 hours and 43 minutes to finish the challenge. Let's keep going. I can taste victory, or maybe that's just the taste of fish from the Sunlit Plateau. Now, you'll remember if you watched my previous Star Path challenge that this was the final task that shut me down since the river was, closed. Finishing this task in particular is going to hold a special kind of satisfaction for me and honestly feel a little redeeming. And best of all, it didn't take too long. Okay, so next I can give Elsa 3 of her 4 favorite gifts. It probably won't help me finish the challenge on time, but it's a good idea to get started anyway, just in case. I'll pop into the collection menu just like before and see what she's into today. Gumbo, which is okra, shrimp, tomato, chili peppers, and onion. Maguro sushi, which is tuna, a seaweed, rice, and ginger. And a blue passion lily, which I can pick in Frosted Heights. This should be easy enough. Enjoy, Elsa! With that done, I'm starting to get really nervous because the only thing left that isn't effectively time-gated until the challenge is over is hang out with a fisherman for 1 hour. Mother Gothel is one of my 2 valley fishermen, so I guess I'll take her mining as a hangout because why not? I never mine in these caves, so I kind of don't mind having an excuse to do it for the next 34 minutes. Then again, after 2 full rounds in these mines, I'm only up to 36 minutes out of 60, so for the final 24 minutes, I think I'm going to go hard on my favorite kind of chore, gardening. Wheat is really fast, and it'll keep Mother Gothel and I busy while we can't do much else toward the completion of this challenge. And eventually, it's done. Oh wow, now it wants me to hang out with Scar for an hour? That sounds really dangerous. But who am I to say no now? I'm only 20 points away from a complete and total challenge success, and this task is worth 35. Now, I would like to go work on the Toy Story friendship quests while I hang out with Scar, and if you find yourself in this situation, I highly suggest you do that. But I don't want to feature that quest content in this video in case it spoils anything for anyone, so I'll just do the next best thing. Even more wheat gardening. Yes, a full, unbroken hour of just wheat. But you know what? Every seed, every watering, and every harvest gets me closer to the festive fox and all the other rewards I'm dying to see in my valley. So, honestly, this is going to be the best wheat farming experience of my life. Oh my god, I'm 8.5 hours into the 12-hour festive Star Path challenge, and guess what just happened? I've officially won! I have over 810 festive tokens, and that means I can buy every festive reward. I'm so happy! While I buy all of these, please consider subscribing to my channel so that I know you're interested in seeing another challenge video next time there's a new Star Path. And wow, look at all these rewards! And this is just a few of them! This Star Path was such an amazing addition to Disney Dreamlight Valley, and if you want to see more of the most amazing recent additions to the game, check out the video on screen now.